Despite investing heavily on midfield signings this summer, Arsenal are set to sign another midfielder. Find out who, and actions and reactions to Arsenal versus Barcelona. Find out.
Yo, what's up again, guys? It's your boy again at the Junior 7, and it's the Arsenal Roundup. Yeah, it's a beautiful day to be a Gunner because we have a lot of exciting stories to share with you today, including our latest match against Barcelona in our preseason tournament in the USA, and also other exciting Arsenal news and latest transfer news we're going to share today. Let's get right into this video. Okay, it was a masterclass performance by Arsenal against the FC Barcelona from Spain. It was a preseason tournament that we started, of course, with the MLS All-Stars and also the Manchester United game. And now, of course, right now we played the FC Barcelona also. And the full-time score was 5-3. 5 goes to Arsenal, 3 goes to FC Barcelona. But what are the reactions of both manager Mikel Arteta and also Barcelona manager Xavi Hernandez? So let's get right into it as we give you the full match report and analysis and what we noticed in that game. So let's start from the lineup. What was Mikel Arteta's lineup in that game? So in the game we had Ramsey at the goal, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Partey, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Jesus. Gabriel Jesus led the line. So it was a strong lineup by Mikel Arteta against Barcelona, and it was a really very interesting game to watch. It was really very nice in terms of the atmosphere of the game. 70,000 fans around USA and in USA came to the stadium to watch the game. So it was a very nice game, beautiful one, and what really went down in that game. So let's get right into it. Firstly, Barcelona had a goal through a run of play that eventually ended in the leg of Roberto Lewandowski. It was first missed by Rafinha, and Lewandowski was in and to tap it in for the first goal for Barcelona. And our star boy Bukayo Saka equalized even before the first half ended. It was 1-1. Secondly, Havertz also equalized for the Arsenal after Rafinha was able to score a free kick which was deflected in through the block of Trossard. Trossard was trying to block the ball, but unfortunately for him, he deflected it. But that will lead him to be our man of the match because he went on to score the third goal for Arsenal, which he didn't stop there. He also scored the fourth goal to make it 4-2 before Ferran Torres was introduced at the game. And don't forget, we are been linked to Ferran Torres, but in that particular game, he scored a third goal after there was a slip from Rob Holding. It was a mistake, and he was able to capitalize on it and score Barcelona's third goal of the game. Eventually, it was 4-3, and Fabio Vieira was introduced alongside some other new substitutes, including Jurrien and others, and then the game was turned on the head again. Martinelli and Fabio Vieira were introduced, and Fabio Vieira scored the fifth goal through a brilliant combination with Martinelli that eventually led to our fifth goal. So that was it about the goal report and the highlights of the goal. And our man Bukayo Saka was in hand for the assist for Kai Havertz, and Odegaard was last man to touch the ball before it was very free for Kai Havertz to kick it in the post, and Barcelona defense were caught unaware. So it was a beautiful game all around. I was impressed. What we talked about against Manchester United about the intensity, that was exactly what Arsenal showed. They showed more hunger, more aggression, and the game overall was more competitive. And that was exactly what Arsenal fans are asking and requiring or asking for in terms of our preseason. That preseason a game that wants to show you what you want to do this season, so Arsenal should take it more important, and that was what we saw against FC Barcelona, and that will lead us to the manager's reactions. And first of all, let's start with Xavi Hernandez. Xavi Hernandez said, "I said to Mikel at the end of the game that it missed Champions League game for them because the intensity that they put was not normal, was not usual in a friendly game. But I understand perfectly what everybody but I understand perfectly that everybody wants to win. Yeah, you have it, guys. Xavi Hernandez is of the opinion that Arsenal were more aggressive than what it what ought to be a friendly game. Arsenal was showing more spirit and more desire. But according to him, he said he understands that Arsenal wanted to show more aggression because they really wanted it, and you understand that everybody wants to win. So definitely, of course, to me, in my own opinion, you probably think that Arsenal really turn up in that game because we saw what happened against Manchester United, where Arsenal were taking it as a friendly, and United were able to run us throughout the 90 minutes of the game, including some of the young stars even shining more than our top midfielders like Declan Rice. But in this game, we had a top performance from the lads, and they were really up for the game, and that was exactly things you love to see. So to me, it's not aggression, it's just a spirit of competition. We're just more competitive than the one we saw against Manchester United, and that's what Arsenal fans have been clamoring for. So, but let's go on to what the reaction of our manager, Mikel Arteta, was after the game. In response to Xavi Hernandez's opinion, he said, "It got really competitive for a friendly match after the first tackle. After the first goal, obviously, in front of 70,000 fans, it helps to create an atmosphere. They are elite players and all want to win, and at the end, it got a bit too much at times, to be fair." So Mikel admitting that it was a bit more competitive than he might have actually planned. And to be fair, if you ask me, I would say that it got a bit competitive more, and it was almost like we were watching a Champions League game. But these are things we love to see when you come to a big stadium like that in the US, and you want to see something beautiful, a beautiful game of soccer, not just one that's looking like it's a training. So it's got competitive, and I think these are things people love to see, and even football fans in general, aside the fans of Barcelona and Arsenal FC, these are things we love to see that we came and we enjoy what we are watching, and that requires some sort of intensity from both teams. So of course, Barcelona is their first game in the preseason because they had a match cancelled against Juventus, but Arsenal is our third game, top competitive game actually, against a top side like Barcelona, and we showed we're up for it, and we showed the right character, the right spirit that steered us to a win, a emphatic one at that. So you won't find me complaining about that, and I'm really impressed with the lads. But let's go. Which player particularly impressed in that game? Daniel Trossard was a masterclass performer in that game. He really was up for the game with 2 braves. Actually, he was in part of the diversion that led to Rafinha goal from the free kick, but eventually he grew into the game and was top notch, providing 2 goals that led exactly to why we were able to win emphatically. So Moises again performed well in that game, particularly for our eyes to see. Yeah, definitely, Gabriel Jesus made everyone look better around him. He was unable to score, but it was really top. And in terms of our threats on the wing, Bukayo Saka, of course, is of course a prime suspect. He was really top. He was causing all sort of nuisance in the wings for Barcelona, and these are things we love to see from our star boy Bukayo Saka, who has time and time again shown why he's regarded as one of the best right wingers in the world, not the best right winger in the world right now. So Bukayo Saka, we're happy to have him, and we're looking forward to the season again. These are games that make you look forward to the season, not like the one we had against Manchester United that look more like Arsenal were not up for it, and we're looking at it as a training friendly. So Barcelona lost to Arsenal, and Arsenal are really happy, and the fans around the world are now believing that Arsenal are getting ready for the new season proper. Alright, so who was missing the game? Declan Rice was missing the game. Florian Balogun was also missing the game. Zinchenko also was missing the game. Zinchenko, as for him, manager Mikel Arteta has confirmed that he is very close to coming back. Don't forget, he has a tight hamstring and muscular injury, so that's hindered him from being in the squad. And even our preseason game so far, he has not featured. He's still on injury, but Mikel Arteta said he's very close to coming back, and he should be available for our next games. And according to Mikel Arteta, he's going to join training very soon. So what about Declan Rice? Declan Rice has also been reported to have a tight calf, and that has put him out of that last game. And Mikel Arteta said he does not want to risk him and to avoid complicating the injury. People have been making comments on Twitter, and I found it funny because they were like, why is everyone just getting injured when they come to Arsenal? Partey was not really injured or having injuries in Atletico Madrid, but when he joined Arsenal, he started having injury. Look, it's not about that. I don't feel it's a change of training routine, training pattern, and there could be some sort of body adapting to it, which of course we don't love to see it leading to frequent injury. So I don't expect Declan. It's not a serious injury, so Gunners, we can be rest assured that Declan Rice will be playing in our next games. But Arteta said it's just a precautionary reason. That's why he was not in the Englishman. He had to rest him because he does not want the injury to aggravate, which is a good decision and good squad management from Mikel Arteta. Okay, what that person was missing for Fernand Balogun too, but what we are told about Fernand Balogun from Mikel Arteta is he wasn't available. He had a little foot injury and he hasn't been training with us, and he wasn't available to us. That was the reason. And when he was asked about does he has a role to play this season, he said yeah, he has a role. We will have to see. First of all, he has to be fit and available to play minutes. So definitely that's a good question and answering from our manager, representing us well and making good decision even in the press conference, because he made it so clear that Fernand Balogun is not the one that has a problem. Made it so clear that Fernand Balogun, of course, has a little injury, foot one in particular, that kept him out of the game, and also he has not been training with the guys because of that injury. But don't forget, he was reported to be training alone, which nobody know the reason, but now he has confirmed that it was an injury that is keeping him out of the team at the moment, but he will be back. And when he was asked about the role, if he is going to play this season, Arteta has made mention that he has a role to play, but at least he needs to get fit again and available for games. Then they will watch him, then we will see. Alright guys, it's a wrap for today. But before we go, we will not go without giving you the latest transfer news that is happening right now. And we are told currently, don't forget we reported that Britello from Romeo is a transfer option for Arsenal, even if talks have not started yet. But now we are being told that by insiders at Grêmio that Arsenal have indeed made a proposal and a deal could be closed this week. We look forward to that and see if it will happen. But Britello is definitely closing in on a move to Arsenal. We'll see how that develops in the coming weeks. Hi guys, it's a wrap for today, and I would love to see you in our next video. And you might want to follow your boy on socials, Instagram NellyJunior7, and you can also subscribe to our channel so that you don't get to miss any latest Arsenal news and top stories that are so exciting here. So please share also to your friends and fellow Arsenal fans so that nobody gets to miss this big top stories we share here on Arsenal Roundup. And don't forget to turn on post notification so that you also don't get to miss our top stories on this channel. Alright guys, I will see you in our next video. Until then, your boy is out.